2018-2019, a remarkable trajectory for the Ministry of Justice as it moved towards achieving a first-class justice system, lawed and governed by the theme, the new face of justice. And that transformation to a first-class justice system continues for the 2019-2020 financial year.
We have significantly advanced the reform of the justice system through the modernization of justice infrastructure, increasing access to justice services, strengthening the legislative framework, and protecting human rights and freedoms.
This year, the ministry will continue on the path of rehabilitating and making new investments in the island's court infrastructures. Architectural designs are to be completed for a regional Supreme Court, High Court, and Family Court in Western Jamaica. Similarly, for the construction of judicial complexes in St. Anne, St. James, and Manchester. We'll also see refurbishment and restoration of the St. Catherine and St. Thomas Family Courts, the Manchester Parish Court, and the Hanover Parish and Family Courts. Similar to work on the Court of Appeal, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution will benefit from major infrastructural upgrade. Plans are in place to build 37 new offices, an upgraded registry, meeting rooms, discrete entrances, and new infrastructural features such as elevators by the end of this financial year.
But this new face of justice, Mr. Speaker, will graduate into what will be the mantra of the Ministry of Justice: first-class justice. Not only facilities, service, but the delivery generally across Jamaica.
And more legal aid is coming right to your doorsteps. 2 more mobile justice units are to be rolled out by the end of the financial year to serve high-risk communities.
So, Mr. Speaker, we will have 3 mobile units. Our people must know their rights and freedoms. And so communities, church groups, schools can always call the Ministry of Justice, and one of these mobile units will visit, spend a few hours, and give advice to the residents or anyone who would like information as to how they access a lawyer, how they access the courts, how they deal with legal matters. Because this is needed, Mr. Speaker, across every valley and mountaintop in Jamaica. Children are brought into this world as blank slates, and it is our impression upon them that determine the way in which they will operate in society.
The hope for many of our nation's future will be stimulated through the Child Diversion Act. With that legislation to be gazetted over the next few weeks, the ministry will be implementing the administrative infrastructure for the Child Diversion Program in all 14 parishes.
Mr. Speaker, this is an area that we must deal with. Far too many of our children are at risk. Far too many of our young children are being abused, and they end up in wrong company, and we need to divert them away from these wayward behavior.
Do swear that I will be faithful and...
Last year, 572 new justices of the peace were commissioned. This year, even more will take office, with an emphasis on underserved communities.
Through the extensive training of justice of the peace, we are creating community leaders who can make greater contribution to making the Jamaican society secure, cohesive, and just. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we have asked more Jamaicans to make themselves available to become justice of the peace.
And the Justice Minister is unwavering on the continuation of mediation training for all justices of the peace and other citizens.
We commenced discussions with some of our donor partners to expand mediation training, and have had several meetings with the Dispute Resolution Foundation and mediators. Mediation, Mr. Speaker, will be a major focus of the Ministry of Justice during this fiscal year and beyond.
The 2019-2020 financial year for the Ministry of Justice is marked by a mandatory mission to build a first-class justice system.
We are delivering on that promise. We have made considerable progress, and over the next few years, we expect every aspect of the justice system to become first class. We want and will accept nothing less.